Now, a brisk walk with the dog perhaps after lunch is about the extent of most people's Christmas Day exercise, but what about top sportsmen and women? Do they take the day off to eat too many chocolates and mince pies, or are they pounding the streets? Let's find out right now. Anthony Joshua joins us live. Anthony, a very, very Merry Christmas to you. Early start for you today?
Yeah, nice and early start, you know, get the run out of the way, can spend the day with my family. I know I'm not the only one doing it. I'm sure there's many athletes and people who want to keep fit doing it, so it gives me that motivation on Christmas to join them.
Fantastic. I mean, you know, what's it like going jogging on Christmas Day? Are there many people out there doing it as well, or are you kind of on your own, running through the forest, running on the roads?
It was real peaceful. Like, I was the only one out there this morning, but I think I got my eye on the prize. I got a job at hand Jan 31st, so I got to keep my eyes focused on what the goal is. So I've got to get my cardio up. So it wasn't a problem getting up this morning and running.
Just part of the day-to-day routine for you, I guess, Anthony.
Sorry?
Just part of the day-to-day routine. I mean, I suppose it's Christmas Day, but it's just like any other day. You've always got to keep yourself in condition.
Exactly. Honestly, it is just like any other day. We were just talking briefly about the football teams that are playing tomorrow and the guys that have to train today, and it gives me motivation. Boxing, you have to give yourself a 10 to 8 week window to get fit, and unfortunately, my one's come over Christmas, so I can't really slack at the minute because my next opponent, quite tasty, he's prepared to go the round, so I've got to make sure I'm doing everything I can to prepare. I'm looking ahead of time. I'm not worried about the present. I'm just trying to predict the future. That's why I've got to stay on top of things.
Now, how do things change as you develop as a boxer, Anthony? I mean, are you adjusting your training methods as you go, trying to find out what works, what doesn't?
Oh, most definitely. Remember, I've just been a pro just over a year, so it's been a real busy year. It's been all new to me, so I'm just trying to adjust. I've learnt some things, I've made some mistakes, and next year is always a good year to start fresh. So I've had some meetings with my coach, with my promoter, with my medical team, and we're pulling together, and next year we're really hoping to be another successful one.
So far it is a perfect 10 as a pro for you, Anthony. You're 10-0. Tell us about your next fight, your next fight, I should say, and what your expectations are and how you'll approach it.
January 31st at the O2 Arena, I'm fighting an American guy called Kevin Johnson. He's only lost 6, but the 6 he's lost to were to the ex-heavyweight champion of the world, Vitaly Klitschko, Derek Chisora, Tyson Fury, you know, Manuel Charles, some great fighters who have been at world title level. He's very confident. He has a history, apparently, of beating up-and-coming Olympians, and unfortunately, I'm one of these guys as well. I have to do everything in my power to stop that from happening because I'm on a journey, I'm on a course to destination, and Kevin Johnson's a hurdle in the way. And he's got a chance to come back to UK on Sky and present himself as the future of boxing once again, and I can't let that happen.
And what about 2015 as a whole? I mean, do you feel that there is a world title fight on the horizon? How do you feel you're progressing so far?
I feel, in the current state of the heavyweight division, I feel if I can keep on progressing, I get the support of my nation behind me, I keep on working alongside my promoter and my management team, you know, keep on fighting on Sky, doing great things. I feel that that will edge me towards a world title shot for sure. That's why times like today is predicting the future. It's so important for me to keep my eyes on the prize and not slack because I just don't know when the opportunity will present itself. So I've got to make sure I'm well prepared at all times. But I feel 2015, if I could kind of do what I've done this year in 2015, I think we're definitely pushing towards that shot.
And just coming back to today, Anthony, I mean, as a heavyweight, can you just go and enjoy the traditional Christmas dinner and all the trimmings, or do you have to be careful? Do you have to watch what you eat?
As you said, I'm a heavyweight. I'm here to enjoy myself.
Fantastic. That's exactly the answer I was hoping for, to be honest. But it looks like a nice day for it over there where you are in North London. I mean, do you have another session later on today, or is it like the rest of us, sitting back, digesting the food and falling asleep in front of the telly?
That's my weekend. Today I've got physio just to keep loose, keep myself together. I'm not complaining because I've got to stay injury-free. And on the weekend, I'll relax. But I've got everything planned, so I'm getting the run done, the physio in good time before all my family come together. So work first, and then we'll relax later on.
Fantastic. And also, just in terms of the Anthony Joshua family Christmas, what do you normally get up to? Party, games, just eating and chilling? What's it like?
Well, what we're going to do, we all tidy up the house first and foremost. We set out the chairs. There's about 30 to 50 of them coming over today.
Whoa, 30 to 50?
There's going to be games. Honestly, I don't know what my mum's arranged this year, but it's going to be hectic.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, listen, it's been an absolute...
there's going to be games and so on.
It's going to be games, and it's going to be lots of merriment and mirth. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, Anthony, and it's been absolutely fantastic seeing you progress so well so far in your career. But all the best for 2015, and once again, very Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. Take care.
Now, it might be Christmas Day, but it's business as usual for Anthony Joshua. He's aiming to extend his unbeaten record against American Kevin Johnson next month, with the World Heavyweight title his ultimate goal.
There aren't many people working as hard as Santa this Christmas, but Anthony Joshua might be one of them. The WBC International Heavyweight Champion was pounding the streets of North London this morning, but how hard is it to maintain discipline on Christmas Day?
I've outgrown presents, I know who Santa is, but the kids, you know. I was in Toys R Us yesterday, I was with my friend, I put him on the phone, he was pretending to be Santa. You know, it's for the kids this year. So for me, I'm just happy to be back to training, and I'm happy to be with my family.
Joshua finished off the experienced Michael Sprott inside 90 seconds in his last bout in November. He faces a more durable opponent in America's Kevin Johnson on January the 31st at London's O2 Arena.
He's never been stopped. You know, he's always put a good account for himself. His defence is something that is that needs to be broken. It's something that I don't think like Klitschko got to break. He didn't get to knock him out. Chisora dropped him but didn't finish him, and Fury and so on and so forth. So you can see he's a very defensive and acute boxer.
Joshua is on a journey towards his destination of becoming the world heavyweight champion. And that, he says, requires dedication and sacrifice. But what's on his menu for Christmas Day?
My family are from African descent, so I've got a lot of these guys coming over. We're going to have some jollof rice and meat with fish. It's going to be a real traditional dish, and it's going to be nice and relaxing. And I'm not cooking, so whatever they put on the plate, I'm eating.
So Joshua turned some important corners in 2014. And against Kevin Johnson, he's aiming for 11 pro wins out of 11. Aidan McGee, Sky Sports.
Christmas Day hasn't stopped Anthony Joshua from training. The Olympic super heavyweight champion has been out for a run this morning as he prepares for his next fight against Kevin Johnson in London in 4 weeks' time.
He brings a verbal entertainment across seas. I've seen him at many press conferences, and I've noticed that. Talent-wise, I respect him. He's very talented. He's been in with the best of them, and he's never been stopped. You know, he's always put a good account for himself. His defence is something that that needs to be broken. It's something that I don't think like Klitschko got to break. He didn't get to knock him out. Chisora dropped him but didn't finish him, and Fury and so on and so forth. So you can see he's a very defensive and acute boxer. So I know I need to break him down, make sure my balance is right, and know that I'm in a 10-round fight. This isn't a normal procedure where I'm going in to knock him out in 1 or 2. I've got to prepare myself. Hence why I'm out early, getting these runs in and building up my stamina.
He says he has a reputation for destroying Olympians. How does that make you feel?
We could probably ask 1 million people on the streets about Kevin Johnson's reputation, and I'm sure no one would know of his reputation.
What about his calibre, though? I mean, he's more experienced than some of the guys you faced in the past. Do you expect that to make a difference on the night?
Yeah, most definitely with what I'm used to. But I'm in the ring. I've been an amateur with experienced guys competing against these guys across the world. My sparring partner is very experienced. And in the ring, I'm sure I'll be able to cope with it. It will present different obstacles. But I think that, for one, if I'm going to be successful in boxing, I need to defeat guys like Kevin Johnson. And number two, I feel that this is what I need at this stage of my career, difficult opponents. Because they make me think, they'll make me work, and I'll get something out of it rather than a great knockout that was done in 90 seconds. It's great for my confidence, but not great for my overall plan, that's to become heavyweight champion of the world.